here is going to allow me to really push ahead in terms of economy, because this main is just, it's getting so close to being mined out. The mine just has a lot more going on because it wasn't mining for a couple minutes because of that Thorship. It really shut me down there. But 41 to 21, that's the power of the Zerg right there. If you let them get their macro up, like, I'm just able to reproduce these drones so quickly, get so many of them going out on the field. My Spire is on its way, finally, and I'm actually dropping a creep tumor, so there we go. I sent that Zergling into his death just so I can see what's happening. I see that there's that Thor right there, there's a handful of Marines, and I don't know that the orbital command is going up, but I'm assuming at this point in the game that it is going to be going up. He's got a Marine no, actually an SCV. That's kind of weird. This guy has a little pack of minerals right there. I think minerals must be like cigarettes for SCVs, but I think that's about where I'm going to stop producing drones as far as these bases go. That one's looking fairly decent for its saturation. This one could be a little bit better, but not bad considering that these bases have both been used for quite some time. Now that my mutas are out on the field, I'm going to morph some banglings. I do not believe I've gotten centrifugal hooks yet. I have not. And it's not even on the way. 2 more overlords, and just trying to stay above that supply cap. That's something that you gotta do when you're doing mutalisks, and right now I'm just trying to burn some mutas. And I'm gonna be getting an infestation pit as well, because I know that there's Thors out in the field. Usually there's gonna be more than one Thors, but it actually looks like he's transitioning into this bio, and there I'm gonna be continually sending in Zerglings just to get a little snapshot. I know that these tanks are gonna blow them up. If I can get a little bit of vision, just give me an idea what's going on. Now I'm gonna send my mutas back over here, and I'm gonna play the excuse me, the harassing game. Now, he probably doesn't even know that I have these guys out on the field yet. And I'm going to pick up a few SCVs, just continue to hurt that economy, which is just finally starting to get up and running. I'm actually going to come back in here, grab that mule. Anytime you can pick up a mule, that's just awesome. And that medevac is going to get away, and there's just no reason to stay and fight this many stim marines. You don't want to do that. These mutas will be marine food, but I've got a nice little group of roaches, I've got a nice little group of banglings. Checking out the income, more roaches, infestors, neural parasite, lings, just crazy what's going on right here. And we're going to see if I decide to move in with this little group of troops right here. The mutas, I'm going to use them, snipe this marine right there, pick off a few SCVs, and there's the Thor, there's the signal to get the mutas the hell up out of there, even though I could magic box this Thor and take it down. I just don't feel like fighting it with my mutas. I've got roaches and zerglings for that, but right now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use these mutas to poke in here and try to pick off this tank. That's what I would like. That's the pickup that I want, because there's only 3 tanks right here, and those tanks are really what would stop, say, my zerglings and my roaches and my banglings from getting in here. And only 1 worm, 4 health. Come on, go in, get it, get it, get it. There we go. So he might have managed to pick off one of my mutas, but for this upcoming attack, that just took down 1/3 of the potential tank power. So running this around right here, I'm going to use the mutas to go in and just blow up everything that's going on right there. And the attack was not horribly successful. I didn't really touch the marines, but my mutas are intact, which is what's really important. I'm going to pull them back. There's no reason to fight this. But the barracks are down, the supply port is down. That's just stuff that he has to rebuild, but he's not going to push out, and that's probably a good thing because I've got more banglings, I've got reinforcements. That attack really was just to test the water and to see, I guess, what I can get away with as far as this game goes. And the important thing is, I didn't commit my mutas, I did not, losing the mutas would have been a huge investment that would have set me back 900 mineral, 900 gas. And if we check out the army composition right here in this game, we can see that he's a little bit ahead. Going back to the income, 40 harvesters to his 24, but he's basically migrated off of this, but still leaving a couple thousand minerals there for these guys just to clean up, because he wants full work on this one. He's got missile turrets down right here, but has not rebuilt those bunkers. It's just a lot of marines. It's a crazy number of marines, and we've got tanks, and we've got this one Thor. This is the lone Thor on the battlefield. He chose not to build any more of those. He's really dedicating to the tanks, which just seems a little foolish because I've got a lot of mutas in the sky. The Thors would be the obvious answer to both my roaches, my zerglings, and my mutas. Thors are just like the answer to everything, and right here, we take a look at what's going on. He knows. He's very well aware that I'm massing over here, but he does not know that I'm taking out his rocks back here in his back door, so he's probably thinking I'm just building up a group of troops, which is why he's kind of forming in this little concave right here, spreading his troops out. Doesn't want to get bangling because he knows I've been using banglings this match, but little to his knowledge does he know that I've got a lot of mutas in the sky right now, and that these rocks are going down. So, that being said, rocks are down. Have +1 attack, centrifugal hooks, finished. Overlord's going down, and we're just going to run right in here, and this Muta, he was going to watch the back door, but let's just pull this around, and right here, this is something that happens to a lot of people, and I'm pulling away from the battle just for a second to show you that awesome turtle here, and now all of a sudden, oh, I've got a stim, and I've got to get in here because my armory is down, my factory's going down, and it's just really not looking good. I've got all these Marines, and if I pull them out in the open, guess what? They're going to be bangling food. I can't wait, just to snipe all of you little guys. There we go. There's a fungal growth, and just boom, bangling, steamrolling over everything. It's like they don't even have to try. They just pick up, they kill everything. This Thor's over here, and he's probably going to mouth these mutas. That's not going to be too big of a challenge for him, but there's some Zerglings over there, and he's just getting whittled away. Right there, that's the base. It's really going to be a GG at this point. There's not much that he can do to stop me. And there we go. So, reason I brought this game is I thought that there was a good amount of action in the game. There's some good play. The Thor drop was just absolutely awesome. Picked off, 21, whether it be Zerglings or workers. It's just a nice pick-me-up right there. Delayed a lot of my tech. I did throw down a spawning hatchery just because I'm sitting on so many minerals. It's almost disgusting. I've got a lot of gas. My macro was slipping a little bit in the game. And as far as he goes, I think this just shows how, a lot of people criticize. I don't know if anyone else does, but when I first started playing the game, I'm like, oh, Terran, stupid Terran, they can just wall off. And how am I supposed to get in their base? Well, if they don't wall off, it just seems almost too easy for me to get in there, put Zerglings in your mineral line, in your base, even if you have tanks right there, and just to stop it. And I think he was building these supply depots right down here to hopefully try to stop me from rushing back in there, because he had to deal with that the entire game. But if you notice, when I picked off that Marine over here, he probably didn't think anything of it, but that was the reason he did not know this attack was coming from the back rocks right there. And this is something that, as a Terran player, as a Zerg player, as a Protoss player, you can do this to anyone on the map. And it's just a great way to surprise attack, especially when you're turtling up right here. Like my first attack basically was a throwaway because I didn't even manage to break his defense. I blew up a few buildings, killed a few troops, but it really was not in my advantage as far as that goes. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. This is Malikicowtipper, signing out.